Would you expect a budget smartwatch to offer offline maps, dive mode and military-grade toughness? Well, the Olympic gold medalist Cole Hawker picked this one, so does it really perform like a champion? Let's inspect! Hi, great to meet you. I'm Michael, and today let's talk about one of the most remarkable transformations in the tech industry, or the wearable world that we've seen in the past months. Whatever we can say about the new Tank series by KOSPET, because they seem to do a lot of things right. Completely redesigned operating system, a brand new smartphone app, they no longer use the Ultra thing in the name, and they even have an ambassador who inspires confidence. This is Cole Hawker, Olympic gold medalist in the distance of 1.5 kilometers, and he's a long-distance runner. You can look it up, his Instagram somewhere around. I'm going to post it in the video description area. So this is the Tank T4, and most of the things I'm going to say about it are relevant about the other release, the Tank M4, which looks more like an Apple Watch because of its square shape. And full disclosure at the start of this video, is sponsored by KOSPET, but they have been open-minded enough to accept my constructive criticism. Therefore, besides my thorough inspection about all the features and the good sides, you're also going to hear about the downsides. Let's start with the design. I'm gonna spare you my thoughts about the slogan "Trust Anchored, Horizons Ignited," but it certainly caught my attention. Something called Tank is expected to be extra durable and strong, and both M4 and the T4 live up to that name. The unboxing experience is simple but pleasant, with soft elastic silicone straps already installed, so no fumbling or pain when setting up. The Tank line is no longer just about looking tough, but also actually being tough. Stainless steel body, Gorilla Glass 3 and the so-called Inox 360 shield structure, which make the watch feel solid, durable and ready for harsh use. It's fully sealed for extreme weather and diving up to 45 meters, SGS certified to meet 20 military grade standards, and protected with both 1080M water resistance and IP69K ratings. On the inside, the watch feels like a big step up for the brand. It's running on modern ATS 3089 MCU, has 500 mAh pure cobalt battery and promises around 2 weeks for regular use, comes with 32 gigs of storage where you can even store offline maps. Positioning is handled by dual-band GNSS with L1 and L5 support, backed by a 6-axis gyroscope, barometer, altimeter and compass. The hardware and the design, clearly a big step up. Just look at this design. I mean, leaving the screen aside, but the construction, the ruggedness, the feeling, 1080M waterproofness, which is not often to be seen with wearables, and the fact that in terms of a feeling, it gets really close to what you would feel from a Garmin Fenix 8, and I think it's even closer than what Amazfit achieved with their T-Rex 3 Pro line. But I'm really excited to explore with you whatever is on the back, because now we're going to switch to health tracking and sports tracking. Over here we have a 4PD sensor, 4 photodiodes, which are supposed to be a lot more accurate than many other devices which are relying on a 2PD setup. Health tracking is the usual package. Heart rate, blood oxygen saturation, stress, sleep, even mood tracking. The heart rate sensor is configurable. By default, it samples every 5 minutes, but you can make it more frequent or less, depending on what you want in terms of battery life. During workouts, it of course runs continuously. Accuracy is improved compared to the earlier models thanks to the new 4PD sensor setup. Sleep tracking in particular has come a long way. Some nights it matched my Oura Ring 4 almost perfectly in terms of REM and awake times. Not every night is flawless, but I can see the progress. The very same positive signs are to be noted with the workouts, which are among the strongest points. The GPS locks quickly, holds a signal well even in more difficult environments, and with dual-band GNSS plus offline maps, it finally feels like a serious outdoor tool. You can prepare routes in advance, import GPX or KML files, and even use 3D navigation to follow trails, similar to what Garmin or Amazfit offer. There are more than 180 sports modes, 23 professional modes powered by Apex Motion algorithms, and another 160 freestyle ones. Diving is supported too, with free scuba and gorge diving modes that show depth, ascent rate, temperature, and no decompression time. Accuracy is good overall, though in high-intensity workouts with lots of arm movement, heart rate readings can slip a little. Outdoor cycling and steady workouts are very reliable. Sadly, there is still no support for external Bluetooth sensors, which would make it a true competitor to higher-end devices. All of the real-time tracked information sits perfectly on this AMOLED display, which is rated at 1000 nits peak brightness. On paper, that sounds rather modest, but in reality, it's bright enough even outdoors. Side by side with the Garmin Fenix 8 AMOLED, it holds up surprisingly well. The T4 has a 1.43-inch panel, while the M4 goes larger at 1.96 inches. Both have Gorilla Glass 3 protection, always-on mode, and an ambient light sensor for auto brightness. There's a growing watch face store, and you can navigate through the menu smoothly either by touch or with the physical buttons, which is great when your fingers are sweaty or gloved. The battery life is another strength. In daily use, you're gonna get around 14 to 15 days, or up to 9, maybe 10 with heavy usage. In the most aggressive form of using the watch, it lasts between 21 and 22 hours continuously. With AOD and all the health tracking parameters, I managed to squeeze about 6 days. Charging takes about 2 hours with the included magnetic plate. The clever twist here is the Power Pocket, a portable 850 mAh charger that you can buy separately. It doubles the battery cycles and makes it easy to travel without worrying about cables. On top of that, the watch even includes a battery health monitor, something I don't usually see in RTOS-based smartwatches. The real deal about the progress, though, is in the software. The new ApexMove OS feels modern and polished. Navigation is smooth, animations are sleek, the interface customizable, quick toggles can be rearranged, menus can be set up the way you like it, and notifications are grouped by app. Emojis and quick replies aren't supported, unfortunately, but calls work fine thanks to the inbuilt microphone and speaker. The smartphone app, which is now called ApexMove, has been redesigned as well, shows a clean summary of the health stats, workouts, records, and route planning tools with GPS export. You can create training plans, browse the watch face store, and even collect badges and medals for motivation. The big surprise is third-party integration, Strava, Google Fit, Samsung Health, and Apple Health, which are all supported, and that's a huge step forward. And yet, this fourth iteration of the Tank line is not perfectly perfect. There is no NFC for contactless payments, no eSIM or LTE options, no external sensor support, and limited notification interaction. Wellness-focused features like guided workouts or recovery insights are still missing compared to Garmin or Fitbit, but at this price, those omissions are easier to forgive.
In the end, impressive, and I'm not impressed by it because it's any better than Garmin or probably has more features than the Amazfit T-Rex 3 Pro, although some YouTubers would try to convince you it does. Fact is that it costs 1/5 of the price of a regular 47mm Fenix and about half of the price of the T-Rex 3 Pro. It's launched at $185, which is a ridiculously great price for such a gifted, rugged smartwatch. And in terms of value, I think right now this is unbeatable. And I'm pretty happy because finally we do have some competition in the world of rugged smartwatches, especially when it comes to more budget-oriented rugged smartwatches. And if somebody was telling me a year ago that KOSPET are capable of such a transformation in the area of software, I was about to hardly believe that. So what do you think about the Tank T4, respectively the Tank M4? Let's talk about this in the comment section below the video. If you're interested into getting yours with a discount, check the video description area. And thank you very much for watching this episode. In case of questions, comments, experience you want to share with others, you know how to reach out. And I, Michael, the Tech Mishka, wish you a fantastic day. Bye.